with me, Sano, on Fever 91.9 FM with the Bollywood and Superstar. On World Environment Day, I have a very, very special guest with me. I mean, take a look around. Look at my city, Chennai. Nama Singar at Chennai, looking so cool. And yes, definitely much more cleaner because Urbaser Sumeet and team have been doing a fabulous job. I have Mr. Mahmood Sait with me, the Chief Executive Officer. Vanakkam, sir. Welcome to Lose Control.
Thanks, first of all, of getting us online. I'd like to emphasize on the segregation of waste, which is now a new practice happening at Chennai. So Chennai, we started off this project in early October 2020, and we are now 6 months old into a couple of zones in Chennai. So as we have started getting into door-to-door collection from every resident, our request to them is to segregate wet, dry and domestic hazard. We do have challenges, but yes, the residents of Chennai are trying to help us out coming out into this. The basic aim of getting segregated waste is to make sure that the waste doesn't get to the landfill. So the wet waste can get into the compost. The dry waste, the government and the Chennai Corporation are working out to bring incinerators which could help burning of dry waste and generating heat or electricity or biofuel. So these are the areas what they are looking in, and disposing the domestic hazard in the right direction, which could be saving onto the environment emissions.
Absolutely. You know what? It's amazing. You know, we need people to take care of our city, especially when it comes to climate change. One of the most important things is, starting off with how we handle our waste. More about this on the other side on Fever 91.9 FM. I'm going to be in conversation with Mr. Mahmood Sait, CEO of Urbaser Sumeet on Fever 91.9 FM. He's a Bollywood and superstar.
Lose control!
On Lose Control, you're with me, Sano, on Fever 91.9 FM with the Bollywood and Superstar, and I'm sharing up with Mr. Mahmood Sait, the CEO of Urbaser Sumeet. Mahmood sir, people, whether they wear the mask or not, definitely it's found on the road. I'm very sure that, there's lots of masks out there. How are you guys dealing with this?
Plan and our implementation had been done even before the corona issue could come up, that every worker of us will be wearing a mask, and that's our plan all over the 41 cities what we service internationally. We make sure that the workers, the blue collar, have been provided with masks. From the last 1 year, when we know what's happening around the world with the corona issue, we have made sure that our workers are being provided with masks. We are trying to implement 100% to make sure that they are wearing the mask. They've been provided 2 masks per month, and this is how the plan is going on. Now, recently, we find a huge challenge because the wear and throw or dispose masks, which are being used by all residents, we request the residents to first of all wear masks, even at home and outside. When they're disposing it, if they could try to collect the mask, roll it in a piece of paper, and give it to our door-to-door collection team to be disposed through the hazardous materials. So this could be really good. We see a lot of masks being just scattered around on litters in the city. We request every resident to take that responsibility. Even our blue-collar workers are human beings. They have to go back home. How do we try to avoid spreading of corona is what we should plan it up.
Absolutely. If you're just about tuning in today on World Environment Day, I'm in conversation with Mr. Mahmood Sait, CEO, Urbaser.
Lose control!
On Fever 91.9 FM, this is Sano here, and my special guest tonight is Mr. Mahmood Sait, CEO of Urbaser Sumeet. I am sure, guys, when you have been at home during the lockdown, when you open your window, for sure, every day, on time, on schedule, people collecting the waste is very, very important while we, handle this insane pandemic. So, Mahmood, sir, please do tell us about, I'm sure you've met a lot of, inspiring people from your own team who are doing their duty. Anything that you'd like to share with all of us?
This lockdown period, one thing was very clear for the GCC authorities heading up from the Commissioner of Chennai Corporation. Had a couple of meetings with us as a service provider, and we all sorted out something nice to happen for the city. One of the areas what we looked in was the volume of garbage had dropped drastically from the residential and the commercial outlets because of the lockdown. And it took us one very good step to understand how do we keep the city clean, jointly with a lot of departments of the government. The transport department helped us mobilizing and transporting our workers. The Chennai Corporation gave us special passes. The police department allowed us to really work very friendly. They took care of us. The government department on the food and beverages helped our workers to get afternoon meal free. And we as a company, with all our frontliners, we were able to get into the ground. The 7 zones of Chennai Corporation, what we as Urbaser Sumeet handle, we went in for a mass cleaning. Chennai Corporation went for the other 4 zones, what they handle. Third contractor who handles the North Chennai, he's also done it for the first 4 zones. So all 15 zones of Chennai Corporation has gone for a mass collection. So we have gone into every street to see that with Chennai Corporation, removing the construction waste, the residential domestic waste which has been produced, and especially in the low-lying areas, we had mass collections being done, and the city looks much, much different. There was a lot of contaminated waste which has gone to the landfill. Segregated waste have gone to the treatment centers. We've got in a lot of green waste at various areas. Those are gone to the treatment center. So during this lockdown, this was one good thing which has happened, and I'm sure every resident, when he comes back after the lockdown, will find a different city. Also, after the cleanup, we have gone in for disinfecting the areas which have been cleaned up, including the bins. So we will have a different atmosphere happening after the lockdown for the general public.
And we definitely look forward to that, Mr. Mahmood. And of course, on behalf of Chennai City, I'd like to thank you and your team, of course, the Greater Chennai Corporation as well, for the fabulous work that you have been doing. My salute to all those out there who kept our city together in this insane pandemic that we're facing. Thank you so very much, and happy World Environment Day to you.
Thank you so much.
And guys, if you're just about tuning in, that was Mr. Mahmood Sait, CEO, Urbaser Sumeet on Fever 91.9 FM with the Bollywood and Superstar. And once again, happy World Environment Day to all of you.
Namma Chennai clean.